Did you see the incredible almost 10% run today in the stock of ResMed? Here's a medical device maker which sells products that combat sleep apnea and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Basically, ResMed makes continuous positive airway pressure machines, or CPAP machines for short, that will help people with sleep apnea get a full night's sleep instead of waking up all the time but gasping for air. On top of that, more and more of their machines are connected to the web, with over 1 million patients remotely monitored each day. Now, sleep apnea is commonly associated with obesity, and given that America, unfortunately, is getting fatter, I'd say ResMed is in a growth industry. And to be sure, ResMed's devices have multiple market targets. That's certainly the takeaway from this terrific quarter that the company reported just last night. ResMed delivered a 3-cent earnings beat off a 70-cent basis, with higher-than-expected revenue up 16.7% year-over-year. Plus, the company's already benefiting from its $800 million acquisition of Brightree last year, a cloud-based provider of software for post-acute care industry. Think home medical equipment and hospice care. In response, the stock shot up $6. Wow, 9.6%. Can this stock keep climbing? Or should we be more wary? Some analysts say it's moved too much. Let's take a closer look with Mick Farrell. He's the CEO of ResMed. Hear more about the quarter and his company's prospects. Mr. Farrell, welcome back to Mick. Welcome back to Mad Money.
Thanks for having me here, Jim. It's great to be back.
All right, Mick, first, whenever I hear ResMed, I see more and more people. You know, you've got now a million patients remotely monitored. If people knew that they have chronic obstructive pulmonary disease or sleep apnea, how many more people would be using ResMed devices?
Well, we actually have more than 2 million people on 100% connected, cloud-connected medical devices in sleep apnea. And as you said, Jim, we're expanding into COPD. We have non-invasive ventilators, portable oxygen concentrators, and life support ventilators that are now connected to the cloud. So we're going to take all the skills that we've had in helping reduce costs for CPAP setup and improve outcomes for CPAP patients in terms of adherence, and take those skills over to the COPD market and help the 200 million patients with COPD, of which 10% could use our cloud-connected therapies to help keep them out of hospital and in the home with a good quality of life.
A huge total addressable market, far more than it's being attended to right now.
Oh, absolutely. Look, we're no more than 1% penetrated into the COPD market opportunity. We're no more than 20% penetrated into our core market, which is sleep apnea. Okay. There are 40 to 60 million Americans that suffocate, 6 million under treatment. One of our big markets right at the moment that's growing well for us is China. We're less than 0.5% penetrated into the Chinese market for sleep apnea.
All right, I thought there was a very important point raised in your conference call, which is that we've got Tom Price. He's an orthopedic surgeon. He's coming in. He's going to be the HHS secretary. I've been saying stay away from drug stocks because this man is being very tough on drug companies that raise price. But because of how much he likes home medical care, and he's very passionate about it, he could actually be someone who could help ResMed.
No question, Jim. Congressman Price, who's a congressman from Georgia, was on stage last October at MedTrade, which is our national home care conference. And the American Association of Home Care, of which we're a part, supported Tom Price on stage. He got on stage at MedTrade and said, home care is really important. He's an orthopedic surgeon, so he knows all about hospital care. And I think he called it sick care, where patients are frequent flyers in the ICU and the CCU and post-acute. What we do at ResMed is keep them happy and in the home. And Mr. Price was very supportive of the home care industry when he was with our industry. And we believe, if he does get confirmed, that he will continue to be supportive of the home care industry as HHS secretary. But of course, we'll wait and see and be ready to partner with him on keeping patients out of hospital, in the home, well taken care of, and with a good quality of life.
Now, you have a huge moat over your business because of all your cloud and your data. Does the data demonstrate anything that doctors could tap into that could help their patients?
There's so much we can learn from these data, Jim. We have more than 1 billion nights of sleep data on patients. And big data is the term, right? Everyone's talking about big data. Big data is a means. We want to take that big data and through cloud-based algorithms turn it into actionable information that patients can use to manage their own care, that physicians can use to manage groups of patients, and that insurance companies and governments can use for population health management. The opportunities are boundless in what we can do with this.
I've met Dr. Oz a couple of times, and I'd say he's an acquaintance of mine. He always talks about sleep. That's the first thing he asks you about. How much sleep do you get? He is now alive with you. Could there be many different things that ResMed could do under the tutelage of Dr. Oz?
We formed a great partnership with Dr. Oz, and since you've had a relationship with him, Jim, you know he's a cardiac surgeon who's also a great businessman. We formed a joint venture between ResMed, Pegasus Capital, and Dr. Maimon Oz, putting his own capital in. So he's not a paid spokesman. Right. He's actually an equity holder. And we had a program on the Dr. Oz show in the fall where we gave away and sold a number of our sleep monitoring equipments, and we got 1 million nights of American sleep data. And Dr. Oz got up on show at the Consumer Electronics Show and talked about how we're not sleeping enough. We only get 6 hours sleep as Americans, and the National Sleep Foundation recommends 7 or 8 hours. So it's a public health crisis. And sleep apnea, a subsegment of that, is associated with risky breathing. So for ResMed, it's great. We get our brand name there out with sleep wellness, but also we can identify risky breathing or shortness of breath, which are signs and symptoms for sleep apnea and COPD.
Well, I think it's a great combination, and I love the fact that your stock had such a big move today. Mick Farrell, CEO of ResMed RMD, and I think many things are going right for you. Thank you so much, sir. Good to talk to you.
Thanks. Great to talk to you again, Jim.
Mad Money's back after the break. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.